Worn brake pads? That's not to be ignored. Or maybe your riding style calls for more predictable and powerful braking. Let's get it sorted super quick. This is how to change motorcycle brake pads in 4 simple steps. Here's what you'll need. First of all, the safety essentials, your safety glasses and disposable gloves. And then some tools, sockets, spanners, pliers, screwdrivers, pry bar, line clamps, brake bleeder, small brushes, vernier caliper and a torque wrench, a repair manual for your bike and a motorcycle stand to suit your type of bike. Finally, some supplies: rags, WD-40, brake cleaner, brake fluid, scrubbing pads, brake lubricant, and of course, brake pads to suit your bike. Before you dive into a brake pad change, it's a good idea to first check your rotors. Look for deep scoring or heat damage and check that they meet the minimum thickness stated in your repair manual. If your rotors are good, use the Supercheap Auto My Garage feature to find the correct brake pads for your bike. Now you can move into step 1, preparing your bike. Secure your bike on the stand and get straight into applying some WD-40 to fasteners around the caliper. This is especially important on a dirt bike where corrosion's more likely. Be careful not to spray WD-40 on any braking surfaces. Then go to your brake fluid reservoir and remove the cap. While you're there, you may like to wedge something behind the brake lever or pedal. It's important that they're not depressed. Now you're ready for step 2, removing the brake pads. On some bikes, the brake pads may be removed with the caliper in place. Look for the pins, springs, screws or bolts retaining your pads and remove these. The pads will now slide out of the caliper. Other bikes will require the caliper to be removed. Removing the caliper may be a good idea in either case to allow for easier cleaning and inspection. To do this, locate and remove the caliper retaining bolts. Once the caliper is off, the pads may come straight out, or there could be a retainer bolt, screw or pin to be removed. The loose caliper should be suspended from a piece of wire to avoid damaging the brake hose. Take detailed photos as you go and lay out all your parts in an order you'll remember. Then it's time for step 3, preparing the new brake pads. Check your old brake pads for signs of uneven wear. Uneven wear could indicate sticky or worn slide pins or seized caliper pistons in need of attention. If everything's looking super, grab your brake cleaner. Use this in tandem with your small brush to thoroughly clean your caliper inside and out, paying close attention to build up old lubricant, dirt and brake dust. Don't forget to dress the rotor as well. Use a scouring pad and soapy water to remove old brake residue and grime, then follow that up with a squirt of brake cleaner and wipe with a rag. Now you need to spread the brake pistons to fit the new pads. Fix a clamp to your brake line and connect your brake bleeding tool. Then loosen the bleed nipple. The brake spreader for your car may fit, but if not, you can slot the old brake pads back in and use a pry bar to spread them apart. As the pistons move back, some brake fluid will be pushed from the caliper. This can also be done with the caliper in place. Use a rag to protect your rotor as you spread the pistons with a flathead screwdriver. Now tighten the bleed nipple and remove the hose. The old brake fluid should be sealed up and disposed of in line with your local government recommendation. But for now, let's move on to step 4, replacing your brake pads. Grab your brake lubricant. Apply a light smear of this to the back of each brake pad and any springs, shims, caliper slide pins and brake pad slide pins. A change of gloves now is a good idea to keep your braking surfaces free from excess lubricant. Pay close attention as you insert the brake pads, ensuring the friction surface of each is facing the rotor. Then follow your repair manual procedure or the photos you took earlier to reassemble everything. Again, take extra care to keep brake lubricant free of the rotor and friction surfaces. Before you tighten the caliper bolts, pump the brake pedal or lever a couple of times to push the brake pads into position and help locate the caliper correctly. Then torque everything up to specification. After one last wipe over the rotor with a rag and some brake cleaner, pump your brake pedal or lever a couple of times, then inspect the fluid level in the brake reservoir. It's good practice to bleed your brakes while you're at it, then top up the reservoir and replace the cover. Before you hit the street, test your new brakes a couple of times in the driveway. If your brake pads are supplied with a bedding in procedure, follow this as required. Otherwise, you're free to get out there and enjoy your ride. Find detailed instructions and more ways to help you make it super at Supercheap Auto's Super DIYs. Make it super at Supercheap Auto.